Hello and welcome to Never a Foul. It's your football daily update. Lots of news to talk about. Chelsea fined for breaching FFP. Finally, someone got punished. And we got Daps to talk about that. And also, Daps is here to respond. Daps is here to respond to the Man City drop claims.
You see, yeah, me and you probably agree on this, but the way you dropped that was sensational. It's so Mo. Finally, an English club is being punished for their spending of money, which is ruining the Italian league because we're all bums that don't want to spend any money. We want to bring the level of football back down to where we are, not try to improve our level of football up to where the Premier League is. That's what you just
Juventus
said.
got punished for reporting wrong finances, but also we have Cass here to talk about Mason Greenwood is back to Man United. He's not happy about it, but I'm going to get his opinion. But everybody that is here, we're already 150 and we just 1 minute. 1 minute in. Hit that like button for us. We had a great show yesterday. This show's even going to get better. It's going to be better.
Yesterday was a great show. I watched it. And hold tight, everyone that locked in. Really good show. Hold tight, Terry, for coming on. Long time waiting. Do you know we were actually supposed to... Who's this? Easy. Sumi. My friend Sumi, Mo. We were just talking about him off air, weren't we? I won't tell everyone why. But, sorry, we're just doing a show. But, yeah, long time coming. Terry was due to actually come on about 2 years ago, to be fair, but we never went through with it. But yeah, numbers were better yesterday than they were 2 years ago, so it's probably a good job we waited.
Why you're silent, Cass? Why?
Because I just want to know why you're not in the mood today. Like, people don't realize that Mo is just not in the mood. And I don't understand why. Like, the weather's nice. You know, he probably stinks a little bit because he ain't had a shower yet. He needs to get changed. He's been wearing the same top for 3 days straight. I understand. But it's just like, cheer up, Mo. People in the comments need to cheer Mo up.
If Daps can get the people to install the washer that they just threw out in the house like this, it's in the middle of the house.
Do you know what? One thing I'll just say to everyone real quick here. A company called Smart Cover, never go with them, right? It covers your white appliances, yeah? It's like £20 a month, right? I've been without a washing machine for a month. And they came round after 2 weeks, said, yeah, it's effed. You need a new one. We'll put in a report. I still had to pay £175 for them to come and install a new one. And then they turned up yesterday. I'm thinking, at last, washing machine. And then the guy just dumps it and said, no, you didn't pay for it. I'm like, I paid for an install. And now I've got to wait. I don't know. I mean, you call up customer services where they actually get voted best customer service in 2018. It's 2023. Why are you advertising something in 2018? That's like Liverpool fans. But yeah, so the moral of the story is Smart Cover. Don't give them none of your money. And in the meantime, by the way, just so you know, we have been getting our clothes washed luckily, at my mum's house. So.
I'm sure people are very concerned that.
Well, you know, washing machine, all three of us in the same house. They must be thinking, no washing machine, that house must kick.
Well, I mean, Mo does kind of smell. So.
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's okay. For a week.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's kind of weird, though.
Kind of weird. But yeah, man, might as well start with the Man City stuff, I think, before I talk about Mason Greenwood, because otherwise I need to kind of just lower my head a little bit before.
Yeah. So I watched the show, and actually last night, obviously 3 United fans, an Inter Milan fan who doesn't really like Man City that much. It doesn't like many Premier League teams, to be fair. But
except Arsenal and Liverpool.
Yeah, and Newcastle. He always backs Newcastle as well.
Underdogs.
Yeah, like your club. But I actually think a lot of what you said, it was a good debate. There wasn't no shamelessness. But there was a few things I picked up on that is just, I find funny. So Terry said, and he's not the first to say it, a lot of other people have said it, when you were talking on City and if City, you know, could defend their 4th Premier League in a row, it was, you know, the one thing we hear, City have lost loads of players, despite the fact currently only 2 players have actually left. City have lost loads of players, you know. Gundogan's gone, Cover came in. Mahrez actually got announced yesterday, right? So give the board some time. Walker hasn't made up his mind yet. But Bernardo Silva looks like he's likely to stay. And as far as Mahrez and Walker, let's be clear, Mahrez and Walker and Terry took my comment wrong. I was saying that Mahrez and Walker didn't play too much between March and May, which they didn't, right? So that tells me they're not big parts of our team. I respect everything they've done. Walker, one of Pep's best signings. I hope he stays. But Walker and Mahrez are not pivotal to this City team anymore. Pep came out and said that Walker's not part of the system we play with. Don't get me wrong, against Real Madrid, Vinicius, yes, absolutely. You can't keep a player for 1 or 2 games, right? So it's not as bad as people make out. However, the narrative was City have brought all these replacements in and brought these players and haven't got anyone to replace them yet. I hear that. But then when it moved on to talking on Man United, it's, if Man United get all the signings that I think we're going to get, then, why can't we challenge? And it's like, okay, so if City sell players, we don't replace them apparently. But if Man United get the ones that you might get, you think you can challenge. And it's just this same thing that happens every single summer. And it's cool because I wouldn't have spoken it, to be fair, but you two wanted to. Because I know this will continue until February. It will be, City haven't started well, City are moving slow, and all of that same nonsense we always hear will come out of Mo, definitely your mouth. You were one of the worst for it last year. Can you admit that?
What, about what? Say that again.
February time, you were saying City don't look the same. And when I was saying, but you're comparing business end of the season with start of the season,
still stand by it.
But it's different.
Still stand by it.
No. What you stand by?
Many times. Listen,
right,
if you don't want to, if you don't want to, if
we're
you
not
don't want to
finished,
take
Mo
it,
always tells us we haven't finished, but he just literally jumped
on.
over.
You just asked me a question. You literally just asked me a question.
Let me finish real quick.
Okay.
But what you do is, would
Yeah.
you not agree that what you usually do is you compare business end of the season City with start of the season City and say we don't look the same? Well, I'll be the first to admit we don't look the same. But that's normal. We never look the same. Bro, we got spanked 5-2 by Leicester a couple of years ago, then went on and won the league. Like, we don't look good at the start of the season. But go on.
You finished.
Finished, Moody.
Okay. Here's the explanation. In the beginning of last season, it doesn't matter if you start slow or not. That's not that
Start
was
the season well.
I didn't say you started slow. I said you didn't look the same. When I mean you didn't
The
look
same
the
as
same,
every season. We don't look the same.
No. The defense wasn't tight enough. Some of the
We
players
lost
you were playing were
5-2.
different.
We lost to Leicester 5-2 two seasons
Cut me
ago.
off.
I'm just saying.
Okay. My evidence is out there, but you don't want to see it.
No, I do. But my evidence is that 2 years ago, in October, 2 years ago,
you need to get muted for that. You just done exactly a hypocrite. I was a hypocrite.
I am a hypocrite, absolutely. I'm the first to
admit. But I love it. But I love it.
Mo,
I love it. I love it.
2 years ago, start of the season, we lost at home to Leicester 5-2, right? So how can you tell me that this season we look different because defensively we don't look as good when 2 years ago it was the same story?
I'm talking about, okay, I compared last season to the season before. Here's my point. I compared 2 seasons back to back. Here is my point. Here's my point.
That's what I'm doing right now, by the way. Exactly the same seasons.
You had to change the system from March. The way you play, which is something that I've not seen before. Even your guy,
not true.
Pep,
not true.
Pep said.
Not true.
Okay, so let's establish facts and let's get
let's so Mo absolutely. So let me ask Cass a question. Let me ask Cass a question.
I am asking the question.
Mo, you said from March we changed our system, right? Cass, answer me one simple question, yeah? When we played Brentford, which I believe was in December, Rico Lewis played right back. Where did he spend most of the game?
In midfield.
Okay, so we changed the system, did we, Bob?
Now let me ask the question. Okay, that's one game off, Cass. Didn't Pep say that we now play with 4 centre-backs in the back after Cancelo left? Didn't he say that?
Yeah, but we're doing it before Cancelo left.
What?
Just saying, we were.
You just said Rico Lewis played.
Yes.
Kyle Walker used to be
No,
there.
I didn't say... No, Walker was injured.
Cancelo used to start
Walker was injured.
game.
Bro, hold on. Walker was injured till the World Cup. So again, get your facts right, bro. We started a lot of games last season before Pep came out with that statement with Ake, Diaz, Akanji, Rico Lewis. right? And
And
Rico
Ake
Lewis then
was-
inverted like Stones did. But
So
then
let me
Stones
give
is better
an
at it.
example then. Let me give an example. In the Arsenal game, in the cup game, when Ake played left back, who scored the goal?
Okay, so you're talking cup games now.
No.
Who did Arsenal
scored the
start
goal?
in that game? But
No.
now we're talking about squad
Oh
depth,
my
bro,
God,
not
there
about...
is no way I can actually talk on this stream.
It's true, Daps, to be fair. Let him have his segment. Let him have his segment.
Go on. But if he says things that aren't right, I have to pull him up on it.
So okay, so now hold on. I
Yeah.
don't like this. That if you say they aren't right from your point of view. From my point of view, and I know you go to the games and you're gonna have this argument or whatever. I watch City games, probably every game. Okay, you know that.
So you know that Rico Lewis, when he was right back, was inverting.
I absolutely agree with you. However, the way you played at the end of the season, it turned to be actually 3 in the back. Yes, you start with 4, but it's literally
Same
2
with Rico
defensive
Lewis, bro.
midfielders, which is one of the centre backs. The way
That's
you
what
play.
Rico Lewis was doing, bro.
Okay. That doesn't happen often. Okay, that doesn't happen often. I think, and I believe that Man City had to change the way they play to actually accommodate having all these players playing. What's his name? Jack Grealish on the left. He used to drop all the way back and help him defensively.
Yeah.
At probably more at the end towards February, March. Even on the right side, Bernardo playing on the right side. The reason why Riyad Mahrez played 30 games. Riyad Mahrez played 30 games last year. The reason why he got less minutes on that right side at the end of the season, from my opinion, is that Bernardo Silva has more defensive work rate in him.
Facts.
And you need that when you play 4 center backs and you move one of them to be kind of half permanent in the center of the midfield.
Okay.
So Bernardo Silva and Grealish has to drop. These are all technicalities. The facts are, when you change the system, you went on a run. You don't want to admit that you changed the system because you want to run with the narrative that you start slow, which is, I agree with you. City start a little bit slow. I remember the season before, Chelsea were first, Liverpool were second, you were third. I admit that. But the way you played football was kind of similar towards all the season. Let me finish that one sentence. I'm going to let you
Now
talk.
you're hogging the mic. You accused someone else of it yesterday,
I'm just going to say one more sentence. You played kind of the same system.
You're circling and not landing.
Like, the whole so you play. No, I am not.
Are you waiting for a space?
I am right. I'm trying to convince you.
Did you not say someone flew off in a plane and had to turn back around and go back to Heathrow?
Well, there's ice on the landing or something.
I never said what I was gonna say. Now you played the same system.
You said a lot, though. You did say a lot.
All year you played the same system, but when it clicked, it got better at the end of the season. But last year you had to change the system to get better.
Okay, right. So, in the famous words of an amazing guy called Alan Partridge, you are right. We are all entitled to an opinion, but your opinion's just wrong, right? Ultimately. We agree, ultimately, right? We agree, but you're playing it on Pep changed the system in March, because that's when City really hit their form, late February, early March. And you're saying that's because that is when City changed the system. The truth is, bro, Walker was injured till the World Cup, right? Cancelo, even Chelsea in January, we were playing Cancelo on the right and Cancelo right wing, Walker behind him. There was a lot of changes, right? But Pep actually started changing the system way before March. Way before March, bro. The truth is, why City weren't good until that time, I don't know. Like, everyone will say it's a system. Nah. Let's be clear. There was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at City and we actually started the season well. Our bad time was December. Remember the draw with Everton, New Year's Eve, right? Then through till about mid-February. That was our bad patch, not the start of the season, yeah? And that was because there was turmoil at the club. Pep was having to call out players, say, I don't know if they're motivated enough. Cancelo was moaning. Bernardo was saying he wanted to leave. That's the truth, not the system. The system is what everyone wants to, or what Mo Gender wants to fit in there. It wasn't that, because
no, you just said you don't know. You just said, I don't know why. I know why. You don't know. I know why.
Okay, go on then, genius.
Can I have a cast gender?
Oh, was it the system?
No, of course.
Was it the system?
Go ahead, Cass.
Sorry, no. You just said you know why. So previously, your previous argument was that it was the system, but now I've said the truth is
it's the system.
But the system got changed
it's
before March.
having an out-and-out number 9 that tactically you are losing someone in the midfield. I'm gonna let Cass talk. you're losing someone in the midfield. You had to compensate for that by actually having John Stones inverting in the midfield.
So are you not acknowledging?
Don't believe it.
No. Are you not acknowledging what I'm saying? When I'm telling you, yeah, and go and look at games, when I'm telling you, yeah, that we were inverting our defenders way before March, are you just going, you're lying? Is that what you're saying?
No. I agree with you. The way you played is not only inverting, it's having someone right next to Rodri.
Like Rico Lewis did in December. Like Rico Lewis was doing in December.
Once, twice. But you had to absolutely.
But your example was a flipping FA Cup game.
No.
FA Cup game.
I'm gonna stick to what I know about football, which is that you had to compensate for having the number 9. In your opinion,
yeah, we did, and we
you don't want to get it. You don't want to understand it.
No, I understand it, but we compensated earlier. I agree with you. We did have to compensate, but you're saying we did it in March. I'm telling you, no. We did it way before. Your better argument would be that we didn't have resources at the time to match because certain players like John Stones were injured, so he could not. Rico Lewis did a job inverting, but he wasn't as natural and good at it.
So
as
we
John
agree
Stones.
then. So
because you're saying we didn't change the system till March. I'm saying we did, but the resources weren't
he tried, but he didn't have the tools to do it.
But that's he did. No, the system still changed.
But he tried to change. Go ahead. Sorry, Cass.
If you want to win on technicalities, yeah.
Chonbei says this City fan is I don't want to say it in case I get
no. It says we can't say it.
No, just in case arrogant.
So, hold tight, Chonbei YNWA, right? Anyone that knows me is I never used to be like this, but when your club retains, when your club does a domestic treble, when your club does a European treble, when your club does everything that Manchester City have done, do you know what? I'm allowed to walk with a little bit of a swagger. You, man, win your first league in however many years, and literally you think it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, I mean, yeah, maybe I am a bit cocky, but you were after one league, bro. So come on.
Yeah, I can't bring the comment up, but Star-Lord, who's been a member for a month, if you want to become a member, just listen for a sec. If you want to become a member, we're going to be announcing tomorrow what the membership's going to be going forward, and it's better than just having 5 minutes appearance on a call-in show or something like that. Yeah. So if you want to become a member, do come and support $3.99 a month. It's in the description. If you want to exit your live chats and also like the video as well, it's 164 likes. There's 633 of you. It's not even 20 minutes gone yet. So if you don't mind, for Daps' birthday and the barbecue, it's Daps' birthday bash. Smash the like, and yeah, man, much will be very much appreciated. We need an extra 115 charges and an extra charge like for Chelsea and one for Man United as well. So that's 117. Actually, 118 because Liverpool cheated anyways because they sold.
It wasn't originally 115.
Yeah, it's something like that, man. It's 115. That's
coming after the one guy.
Go ahead. Yeah, I need my agenda.
Yeah, go on. Is it an agenda though, or is it the truth? Just so I know which Cass it is.
No, because it's just what I feel and what I believe in it, and I've been kind of consistent on it a little bit.
How do you feel?
So, what feel? I am feel. How many points did end last year?
I don't know, because it's weird because the last
94 to 9. I don't remember.
No, I think we ended. No, we ended in the 80s, bro. Pretty certain it's like 89.
So I think it was about 89, and considering maybe last few games were thrown or whatever, I don't really care about that part. No. This City team doesn't frighten me as much next season as it would have last season. And that's the way
because Gundogan miss him, maybe?
Gundogan and Mahrez, because you know what? I just think of my team, who terrorizes my team the most? Gundogan and Mahrez. And obviously, you did terrorize with Haaland and Foden, right? So they don't scare me as much next season. And when I look upon last season, I look at Europe as well. And I don't think this is Man City's best ever team. I just think it's Man City's best ever effective team. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So I don't think this is the best team. But when you deep it in Europe, Real Madrid was slightly going through a phase of youngsters coming in, everything, Arsenal, it wasn't that Man City also started bad. It was just that Arsenal at the start were just really, really good. Yeah. Second of all, you could even say Bayern Munich, they were going for a rebuild phase. They're trying out new things, new managers. Let me look at another club like Inter Milan. You got further than you should have, if we're being totally honest. And when you look around, even Liverpool, no one expected Liverpool or Chelsea to drop off that much.
And even when they do drop off, we still probably expect them to do better in Europe as well, right?
Exactly. And I just think Man City took advantage of that and in the end capitalized through system. But if I think of next season, if I'm going to think of City that they're going to be as devastating as I once thought they were, in my opinion, and even maybe even rivals' opinion, they don't frighten me as much because I feel like once you lock up Haaland in a way, I think your goals kind of just dry out that little bit more. But whereas in your defense, it's that stubborn that you know that you have to bury your chances. And that's the 4-5-0 cities might turn into the 2-0 and 3-0 cities more time. Does that make sense? And their defense might go from making 34 goals or wherever it was last year to 24 goals. And that's the way
I agree, by the way, bro. I agree. I think
I want to say something.
Please do, man.
After Cass.
Oh, no, I'm finished.
Okay. I'm going to be consistent.
Why not after me?
I'm going to be consistent. And at the end of last season, and I said that many times, I'm scared to see what Haaland can do next year. Yes, they lost Gundogan. Haaland link-up play, first touch, movement off the ball towards the midfield and helping everybody and passes, crosses improved massively towards the end of the season last year. I'm actually scared if Haaland can get not 35 goals, can get 30 goals, but can add 15 assists or more to his tally. That's a scary Man City, scarier than last year. And I said that, you remember that at the end of last season.
Yeah.
I think they can compensate for the departure of Gundogan just because other players will get even more used to Erling Haaland and him being there. It took them a little bit of time. Jack Grealish will get more used to him. De Bruyne even is going to get better with him. I know he's getting injured and all the stuff. John Stones is going to play that role in the midfield when he inverts better. I know that Gundogan is clutch, but Haaland also sometimes can come clutch. He's not only clutch with his goals. He can be clutch with his assists, with his crosses, with his moving outside the 18. That's what I'm scared of. I'm still tipping City to win the league. I've never changed my opinion about it. Unless Man United get Harry Kane, they will be a real challenger for them. But I think Haaland can improve on the things that we saw last year, and that will make them even scarier than last year.
Do you know, I think both of you are probably right. And the question I got asked actually before we won the Champions League was which City's better, the domestic treble, the Centurions, or this team? And I said, well, I can't answer it till the season ends, because ultimately, if this team wins the treble and retains in the same year, then we have to say this team's better, right? Because better, it's a bit like bigger, more successful. People say bigger means more successful. It doesn't. Better better means more successful, literally, So this team just did a treble. We have to say that's the best ever City team. Some might say, we got lucky, but I'll be honest, if you look at the Champions League, because you'd never say you get lucky in the league. People will say you get lucky in the Champions League. But if I look at the fact we had to play Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, who are two heritage teams in there, then we had to play Inter, who are a very, very stubborn team, probably the worst type of team we could play against. It's kind of similar to Brentford in style of play, and Brentford ultimately beat us twice last season. So, we weren't lucky. Nothing City did last year was luck, right? We earned it. But I do hear that if I look at who I would be more scared of in a game, it would be the Centurions, because they played beautiful football, free-flowing. But we kind of saw, Mo, probably 2/3 of the way through last season that Pep was changing. And you said kind of that he was more willing to give up possession to win a game. And the way I actually said it was that somehow by having to invert a defender, he'd actually realised that playing 4 centre-backs and defending and actually having defenders that can defend has a real say on the game. That all of a sudden we look tighter at the back than we ever have under Pep Guardiola, like far, far tighter, which then means that all of a sudden we don't need 3-4 goals. We don't need 3-4 opportunities. We need one opportunity in Erling Haaland, and we can win games 1-0, right? And that's the difference. So I get what you're saying. Look, I'd be wrong to come on here. And that's why I say to City fans, anyone that says we must do the treble next year, we must do the 4-peat next year, I'm not going into next season thinking City are going to win everything and it's going to be a walk in the park. Anyone that thinks that doesn't know the game of football. The reason why so few teams do a treble or a 3-peat is because it's hard to do. But you also have to say, if you're a betting man and basing it on what's happened over the last few years since Pep's been in England, we've won what is it? 5 out of 7 Premier Leagues since Pep's arrived here. We've won 5 of the last 6 Premier Leagues. So, you know, if you're a betting man, you can't say, well, because Mahrez and Gundogan have left and we brought in Kovacic so far and we might bring in a winger, that City are now going to drop off. And I'm seeing some people say City finished 5th, right?
I've seen that as well in the comments.
Well, and I'll be honest, might City not win I'll say City might not win the league next season. Absolutely not. City to win back-to-back Champions Leagues. The only English club to ever do that, I believe, is Nottingham Forest. So I'm not here saying City winning everything, but some people that are saying because we've lost Mahrez, who didn't feature in our best part of the season, and Walker, who wasn't part of the system we play now, because we've lost them, we're now going to drop to 5th. It's like, what? Like, okay, if you want to clutch onto that, and you'll probably say you were right till February, and then all of a sudden in February you'll be like, they got us.
Yeah, that's fact. A couple super chats. Chombe says, funny thing is here in Africa, I supported, let me know where you're from in Africa, by the way. I supported Liverpool over 36 years, but I still don't see City fans around. Why you think that's for?
Well, firstly, if you send us an address, we'll send you a trophy for supporting your club the longest, sponsored by FIFA and Twitter. You can have that one. I don't know why you brought up that stat, but salute to you for being loyal all the way in Africa, Chombe. And why it is, probably because Liverpool are a bigger club than City. I know you think I'm arrogant and whatever else and cocky. I can also say City are not as big as Liverpool and Arsenal, but I couldn't give a rat's ass, to be frank.
Yeah, Dalasu here says the most level-headed show hosted by rivals, coming from an Arsenal fan here in South Africa. That's a big comment because we always have this issue with some Arsenal fans thinking this is very anti-Arsenal. Don't get me wrong. I hate your club with a passion. And I will continue doing it all season long. If you think this is level-headed, wait till the season starts.
No, I'm the cocky one. Wait till the season starts. Then you'll see who the cocky one is. It's not
joking,
me.
Man. It's you. It's some fans, not all fans. It's just they're in every single fan base. Daps, Main Road was epic. What are your best memories?
So my best memory at Main Road, and this sums up my childhood, was the day that we lost 3-2 to Queen's Park Rangers in '95, and Blackburn Rovers won the league, and we celebrated like we'd done something. When ultimately United didn't win the league. That was good. Other good memories. You know, when you're young, you like weird things. So I remember we played Middlesbrough once, and it kicked off all around the ground, and like that was good because I was watching football and fighting at the same time. So that was quite a good memory as well.
Oh, there you go.
We didn't win much then, to be fair. So
Chombe's from Ethiopia. Big up, man, all the way in Ethiopia. I love seeing countries that don't expect to hear, and people are from. Like when I hear say, Brazil or Colombia or something like that, or Japan, South Korea. I like to see it.
And what about America?
Bro,
no,
you're big.
Like America.
You're big.
Yeah,
but the mad thing with Ethiopia as well is because you don't. It's not like
food.
It's not.
Food.
Is it? But it's one of the countries that you don't hear as much.
Yeah. I've got a lot of Ethiopian friends. I trust their food is so good. So good. And big up a Solomon becoming a new member. I can see the Chelsea badge. I'm loving the Chelsea support, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a little bit of I don't mind Chelsea. Like Mo hates you lot, but I like you lot. I don't mind you guys. So yeah, man. Big up yourself for becoming a member. I appreciate it a lot. And big up for the super chats as well. Solomon's from Egypt. Yo, there you go. I Mo, one of your countries.
Mo.
Yeah,
Mo, sorry, just so Mo's disowned Egypt and now lives in America, where he's now got an American passport. So,
Tom from Milford.
But I hold tight all the real Egyptians.
Yeah, man.
She said that home. ما تصدقهمش.
What did you just say about me?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you.
He probably didn't even understand what Mo said. He's like,
that sounded American. I mean, it's kind of weird, to be honest.
Mo, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to do all of that stuff first. Yeah, actually, I'll do it because I actually quite like Boss Man. Are you from Cairo?
Yes.
There you go.
You can ask me where from Cairo now.
Nah.
Wow.
Where about?
Locate where all your families is.
That road on the left, just after the
road.
Allow it.
What is going on?
What's a road? Buildings.
Oh man, this is funny, man.
Can we go back to the football? And I want to ask
Yes.
Daps a question, genuine. If Man United get Harry Kane, are they a threat? Real threat, not just.
I've been so I don't want to come across as a United hater because whereas other rival fans are trying to say United must do this, United must do that, United must whatever. I'll be honest, without real ownership at the moment and no one knowing what direction the ship's sailing in, I wouldn't expect it from them. Like the signings, this is why they might not get Kane, because Ten Hag hasn't got the budget that he wants to work with. He's doing the best. If they get Kane, United will all of a sudden have a goal threat, and that's the big difference with them at the moment. But the biggest problem at Man United right now is the depth. That yeah, great, have Kane. They've got Casemiro, and they've got. If with any club, if you're talking best 11, the best 11 rarely wins the Premier League, right? It's about the best 16, 17, right? And that's where the drop-off is. That Kane, if Kane stays fit all season, he'll definitely bang goals. But then you also are going to need Casemiro potentially to stay fit all season. You'll definitely this season think Martinez is going to have a storming season. You want him fit. And it's just other little drop-offs that if they kept their best 11 fit for the whole season, yeah, they could. But no, because United are not going to throw. Like, for me, United won't throw the cups because I think Ten Hag's being realistic, thinking the cups are silverware, that we need to keep building and keeping this winning mentality. So he's not going to throw them. The Champions League is the Champions League. This is Man United. This isn't like Newcastle, their first time in the Champions League. But United been winning Champions Leagues, yeah. So they're not going to, like, if United play a weak team in the Champions League, they're going to get backlash, right? Because the players won't accept that. I mean, the fans won't accept that. So I just think their squad's just a bit too shallow at the moment. It's not like, and that's not slander on them. It's just where they are at the moment.
This is perfect then, because this part's ways. So it looks like Højlund's going to be joining Man United. Like, I'm not going to say 100%, but because anything can break down, you know, tomorrow isn't promised. Amrabat as well, in depth. There's one more name I'm going to throw there. And I don't want to. Everyone knows my personal feelings about it, so I'm not going to voice what he should. I'm not going to voice how I really feel about this, but on a footballing perspective, Mason Greenwood, allegedly Adidas, everything's run by sponsors these days. If a sponsor says no, that control a lot of your funds, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it goes. You know,
well, this confirms it, Allah. Just confirms it.
I thought he was going to go out on loan, and I don't know what situation is going to happen to him or what it might be. Because he won't even be fit until maybe even October because he's had no preseason. But if you add Mason Greenwood into this mix of Man United attack, what's the difference there? On a footballing perspective, not anything else.
On a footballing perspective,
it's a bonus.
Mason Greenwood adds to Højlund, adds to Rashford. I think he was a brilliant footballer before the incident that happened to him. Bright future. But the question is he going to get back to that quick enough? Or it's going to take a lot of time? I think it's going to take time for him to go back to the form that he was before the incident. And I don't think he might not be as effective as he was before. He adds something to the depth, but you're not playing Europa League. You're playing Champions League and Premier League. And I think these are going to be the main focus. He might play the cups until he gets back to the form. I don't think he will help you as much in the Premier League and in the Champions League because we know how it is to get back to the form. It's just tough. How long has he been out, Cass?
Oh, it's 18 months.
18 months now, is it?
Yeah.
Do you know, training? Was he doing anything?
Yeah, he's been
doing his own training.
Do you know, if we're talking football, and let's be clear, we're not going to... Look, there's no way we can talk on Greenwood anymore. It's a bit like Mendy for City. We can't talk on it because whether we've got opinions or not on either of them, Mendy's been found innocent of everything. Again, like I said, my opinion doesn't matter. He's been found innocent. And with Greenwood, like, we heard what we heard, but again, it's been resolved. My opinion doesn't matter as a content creator. My opinion don't matter on football, let alone on subjects outside of football. But if we talk football, Greenwood coming up is like, for me, I thought it was so cold. You see, if I look at Raheem Sterling, I look at the way Raheem Sterling strikes a ball, And then I look at the way Mason Greenwood strikes a ball. Yeah. It's just very technical. He knows exactly what part of the boot, and his brain and his foot is aligned with each other. Yeah. He's a very, very, very talented young man. And he 100% brings a lot of quality to Man United. It's instantly, there's your backup, right? And he can play on the right. Actually, before, I think he was playing on the right a lot before I think he actually...
Yeah, you can play anyway. Left foot, right foot, left wing, right wing, striker. It don't matter.
Do you know, the one thing on this, and just to go back to the Adidas thing, is that if I was Ten Hag right now, yeah, my worry would probably be similar to what Mo just said, that you worry about how his confidence is. You worry about how listen, if he starts for Man United, he's going into the lion's den week in, week out. The rival fans are only targeting one man on that pitch, right? It's him. And he's still relatively young. It's a lion's den, right? And that's not going to help him as he tries to embed himself back into professional football. And I just look at it and think, Adidas, I think Ten Hag probably would have gone with loan out for 6 months, a year, to get him used to being a professional footballer again. And then, once that smoke's cleared a bit more, bring him back to Man United if he wants him back at Man United.
Yeah, the only way
Adidas, sorry, bro, what I was going to say is, but have Adidas looked at it and gone, yeah, but to hit our numbers, we need him at the club. Like, him going elsewhere, don't...
What's it called, innit? I would say the best option for him and himself, because, everyone does deserve second chances at life, but I just don't think that chance is deserved at somewhere like Man United, because you should know better. You know, you grew up in such an environment. I'm pretty sure they teach you a lot, and you come from a good home and stuff like that, so you should know better. So I don't think your second chance, I just don't think, is in England, where others may think he deserves a second chance. I should play. He's going to get rinsed. What I find hard, which is the most important part, is the fans. The ones that go into the stadium and every time he scores or something or is chanted, there might be the 20, 30% that doesn't even want to stay there or don't want to be there, doesn't want to chant his name. And it's like, it's a cold atmosphere. But fans are fickle at the end of the day, and a few goals and they forget because they just want to talk on the footballing side of things and not everything else that surrounds it. But this day and age, it's a different, it is really different. I can't say for sure what he's done, but I can only believe what I want to believe. So I don't personally want him around the club where others may want him around. And that's totally fine on your part, because just don't come talk to me saying stuff, because I'll just get angry. And that's totally fine for me. But the only way I can accept him being at Man United is if his missus is to come out and say something and put a statement out claiming what really happened with all of this, because the case was just dismissed. He was never found guilty nor not guilty. So on that part of me, for me trying to stay a little bit more reserved and 50-50, she needs to come out and say something, and her friend as well. Not just her.
There's something you just said there. You actually said, and this is defending you as a United fan, you actually said, I can only say what I want to believe to think, yeah? As a United fan, there will be naturally in you a part of you that wants to believe he's innocent, yeah? It's very natural, right? That someone you support, you want to believe they're innocent. But you've seen, and your morals are right, that you're like, I just can't be with it. But, and this is where I can tell you, because I've had these conversations on away days with City fans. We've all said the same as what you just said. Why is his other half just not come out? Not now, not a month ago, not 3 months ago, not 6 months. Why has she not just come out and put one? Her one statement just clears everything. One statement from her, and it's like, okay, because let's be real, she's young as well. They're both young. She could have. Like, he could have done it. She also could have. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just very weird. But I think as a channel, we just have to, like, it's football.
We're allowed to talk it. We're allowed to talk
it. Yeah. It's hard though, bro, because like what we heard and what we saw, it wasn't right. It wasn't right.
No one knows the full story.
Exactly.
And the same way
she does though. She does.
So the same way Dele Alli came out with what he said, and everyone believed, he needs to come and do the same thing. I think everyone deserves to know, because you know what? If I'm going to think of him as a human being, and like I said, everyone deserves a second chance, when you go to these hostile grounds, my word, your mental health is going to get abused. until it really comes. So I think ideally it's up to the club and him to come together and say what's the best version. But I think
and his other half, bro, and his other half,
and his other half, and his best version is probably just going out on loan, enjoy your football somewhere else.
Yeah,
and that's what I think. And it's going to be hard.
But that's where if Adidas had a say in it, that him going on loan to let's be real. If Greenwood was to go on loan, right, it would mean he wants to get away from the pressure of England, so he's going abroad, right? And then it's...
Wait, one second. I didn't compare Dele Alli to what the situation was.
I said, sorry, Cass, let me, people. What? Come on. Whoever just said that, literally, is the reason why discussing these points is very hard. That he's been waiting, or she's been waiting. Whoever just said that has been waiting for something to be said to go, boom, got ya, right? I get what you were saying. You were talking about people have situations off of the field that they want to talk on, right? It's not comparing their situations. It's also allow them agendas.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, go on, Mo.
Yeah, no. We have over 920 people, almost 1K watching, almost 1,000 people watching. Can we get the likes up to 400? The like button look like this. It's just free support, as Daniel say in the comment. It helps the channel go to the next person. So please hit that like button in Daps' birthday party here.
Yeah.
So please make us celebrate by the likes. You guys think that the likes are not important? It's actually the bread and butter of our channel.
It is.
The like button.
And what it will help with is last barbecue. Actually, I think you might have gone live, Mo, last barbecue. But
yes,
yeah, did,
because we're all Mo's over here with us. Sorry, you weren't happy with us there. But because we're all going to be celebrating tonight for the first time in quite a while, we're not going to be live tonight unless Mo. Me and Cass slyly still think Mo's gonna at like 9:30 get a team of people together that are at the barbecue and go, we've got 4 laptops and get them all on a show, right? But we might not be live tonight is what I'm trying to say. And for that reason, this show is going to get a lot of watchbacks, hopefully. The way we get watchbacks is by you hitting that like button. It will push it to people that don't usually watch the channel. So please get the likes up. If there's 1K, nearly 1K in here, we need those likes to be up around 500.
Yeah, that would be sick. If it was around 500 and then it pushes the people as well, like next people. Oh yeah, big up for the 13K. So everyone that is new subscribers as well. That's amazing. So yeah, big up yourselves. I think there's a few super chats as well from more.
Yes, yeah, you can. I'll do them now. So, where are we now? Okay, the super chats are yes. By the way,
this one.
Yeah, let me hit it. So Chomboy from Ethiopia again is saying, by the way, love everybody, nothing personal, love the show. Thank you for the support. We know that.
Oh, fully. Same with you. We love every single person that watches the super chats, likes the button. We even like people like Ironic Arsenal, who absolutely hates our guts and thinks that we have an agenda against his club. But
yeah, he's sending you a happy birthday as well from Ethiopia. Thank you so much.
I like the young man bit as well. It's not that.
Yes. Dalisu Sitol is saying, if I'm honest, United will not be able to get Kane, and when they get Højlund as their main striker, they admit their focus on development rather than challenging. I'm gonna let Cass respond to that.
Yeah, that is true. It's because right now in the strikers market, it's probably the worst market of every single position on the field, and you're buying potential. So you need to do your scout. Your scouting needs to come up tip top, really and truly, because there's not much available, especially for around these prices. They're saying now that Man United bid 60 million. The bid and the fee that's going to be for Højlund in total will be 60 million. I'm not too sure what the add-ons are before that as well. So I'm trying to look now. So they're just saying it's 60 million total. That's all I can see from Damasio and etc. etc.
Yeah. And also sign Frimpong, Højlund, Amrabat. Chat your opinion. I'm not sure they're going to sign another right back. They already gave Dalot a new contract. Wan-Bissaka is on the roster. I'm not sure that Man United will sign Frimpong. Højlund and Amrabat, we spoke about this, but thank you so much for the super chat. But yes, we did speak about Amrabat's rule yesterday, and we spoke about Højlund today and what we think about it. But thank you so much for the super chat. Bilal, here another super chat. Happy birthday, Daps. More life to you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Going back to the football again, Man United and City Bias TV. Finally, you arrived.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic to
Well,
see
I'm
the
gonna
members
fry
go
now. I
up.
keep
We'll
putting
have
my
something
Dyson on
exciting.
hot.
We'll have something exciting coming up. But the last part, if you want to move on from United,
well, yeah,
is
Mo, I know
something-
this is
look
one
at
you
look
close
at
to
the
your heart.
smile on Daps's face.
Well,
Look
actually,
at the smile.
because that's something else that I need to address from yesterday. And Cass, actually, this is pulling you up a bit. That, you know, we haven't been found guilty of anything yet. Right?
On technicalities.
No, on the fact it hasn't gone to court.
Okay.
Right? That's
Okay,
not technicalities. It hasn't gone to
Okay.
court yet. That is an agenda, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't gone to court yet. But, you know, like when Liverpool got found guilty of stealing our hard drive with all our scouting information, and let's be clear, that period they had with our scouting information, they did pretty damn well with their purchases. They got found guilty. They've been fined for that, but no one ever calls them cheats. United have just been found guilty on an FFP breach, and again have had to pay a fine. Young Cass, yes, they have. We're going to move on to the big one, which is the big one. United have been found guilty of an FFP breach. And Cass yesterday was on the show going, yeah, but, you know, that's not real. That's just to hide how much. Oh, right. So can I do that now? Can I actually say, oh, by the way, 115 charges? Now, it's not true. It's just something to hide.
What did I say? What did I say? Hide
You said that it was fake. It's just to hide how much money you're spending.
Oh, the FFP? No, we're using FFP to say that we can't spend when we really can.
Oh, so it's an excuse to your. So you're not saying you're not guilty of it. You're using. Okay,
yeah, no,
so my bad on that.
we're totally guilty.
Oh, right, cool.
Are robbing little bastards. But I'm just saying, we use FFP as an excuse to not spend big money that we need to spend.
But then today, another one has come out. Now, I don't know the technicalities, and I won't be looking into it because I couldn't give a rat's ass. Right? I'm a football fan, and I don't care about all of this stuff. But Chelsea have been fined, what is it, about 7 million?
Something like that.
8.6 million.
And I will be very clear to say it. This is on the period between, what is it, Mo, 2015, 2019?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Until 2019, that's what I know.
So old regime, perfect, no problem. Old regime, and it's from the past, blah, 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 blah. And every Chelsea fan, I get it. Trust me. Similar boat in that, right?
10 million.
But if I was a shameless fan of another club, then I'd say, so you bought players between 2015 and 2019 unfairly. Those players were at your club in 2020, 2021, where you won a Champions League. So does that mean City have now won too? Now, I'm not a shameless City fan, so I don't agree with that. Chelsea keep that. But there is a certain demographic out there. Now, I'm actually talking about two groups of fans. Right? Two clubs that definitely think that they should have got trophies because of City doing something in 2014, right? You know who you are. I know who you are. I'm not going to say your names, but two fan bases. So if you want to do that, no problem, because, you know, that means City have got 2 Champions Leagues now. So thank you for that.
By the way,
and as for Chelsea, I've got no beef with Chelsea. Listen, you do. Football's corrupt. Everyone knows it. Like,
apparently Chelsea self-reported, though. They ratted on themselves.
Okay, who came up with that story?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Matt Law.
Todd Bowley.
Well, Matisse earlier or something like. Well, okay. Like, okay.
Oh wow.
I mean, if we want to do the superhero things, we didn't give evidence till we got to court because we wanted to prove how corrupt UEFA are in the eyes of everyone. If we're doing superhero crap, then
yeah,
so
man.
I want to talk about it from a different angle, completely.
An Italian angle with no money.
No.
Hey, this is funny.
Yeah, Chelsea found guilty by UEFA for not reporting the finances. I don't know the details of it, but the thing is, in the same article, it said that they are being investigated for the same breaches by the Premier League for not reporting finances. Do we think that will affect them? The evidence is already there. Like, Chelsea already found guilty. What do you think is going to happen if they are found guilty by the Premier League? Because the Premier League, the difference between the Premier League and UEFA is that there is no statute of limitation, which means this can go on forever. In the UK, there is no statute of limitation. That means if you committed something 50 years ago, you still can be found guilty and punished for it. Even if it's an old regime, as Fraser's saying, even if it's an old thing you did, there is no statute of limitation. That's the difference between UEFA and in the UK. If they're found guilty, what next? It's just going to be a fine. Is it?
I don't know, man. I think the fact that they self-reported and before it gets blown into next proportion, I think that does them a whole lot of good. It's not like they've just let it go and then they've been found like 10 years later or anything like that. The fact that they've self-reported is everything you need to know, that they're clean. The whole point, you can't blame someone from buying a club and then finding old finances and then they self-report and they're trying to do things right, you know? So I don't see anything happening to Chelsea. Like, Premier League slap them on the wrist. Even the Premier League might fine them, but what is it these days? Like a few million? That's it.
Yeah, before it was you are not allowed to sign players for like windows or something, a window or two, something like this. You remember that happened to Chelsea before for like a case about youngsters and stuff like this. Do you think that will affect them?
Nah, man, I think they're fine. I think Chelsea are going to go about their business. I don't think they're going to care. It's clean slate and everything. Maybe, probably, more than likely, probably have to do more digging ourselves to really find a proper story about it to see what the actual, what it actually is for what it is. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. They've been punished enough. They came 12th last year. I think that's enough. Don't you think, Mo?
I think that was punishment. And I actually think that the new regime should not be punished for something that an old regime has done. They bought the club. They had no idea. Like, you disclose finances and everything, but you cannot correct something that someone else have done before you. Completely different owner. You know what I mean? I don't think the new Chelsea should be punished. Yeah, get them fined a little bit financially, whatever, but don't punish them for something that someone else did. I think that's fair. It's a new clean slate, as you said. It's not their fault that Ibrahimovic breached the rules. It's not Todd Bowley's fault at all. If Todd Bowley is running the club and he's selling players and he's raising funds to spend whatever money he wants, don't punish him. He's running it the right way. That's what I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. But other than that, man, AMT says, if Arsenal didn't bottle it, would City still win it? And I don't think so.
If Arsenal didn't bottle it, would City still win it?
Probably not. If you didn't bottle it, that means you're going to
win. No, definitely not. Like, my new thing is Arsenal. Arsenal are young kids that haven't hit puberty yet. Their balls need to drop, right? They've got no kahunas, right? And yeah, see, Arsenal fan next to me, he agrees. And that's the truth of it, that it's hard to go against this City team, because the same way that City know that when it gets to March, they truly believe, and this is from our first Premier League, when we had to come from behind, we know how to get it over the line. There is now this narrative that other clubs, unless you are literally mathematically so far ahead of City, you're looking over your shoulder thinking, we know these men know what to do here, but do we? Because we're not sure, because we haven't done it yet. So we don't know if we can do it, but we know what they can. And it's like, sometimes walking up and down stairs is something that comes very, very natural. You don't think about it, you just do it. Next time you get to a flight of stairs, think about it, and you'll nearly fall over, right? It's just the way your brain works. If you start thinking about, I don't know if I can handle this 5 flights of stairs, right? You won't be able to handle it. If you're in a title race and you start thinking, I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know if this team behind, you're effed, right? And that's the thing. Arsenal squad depth, I don't want to hear it. You've got like a 30-man squad now. Your depth is there. Your quality of players is there. 2 in every position. Arsenal are fully equipped. The biggest talking point for me with Arsenal is, can Declan Rice be that difference? Can Declan Rice be that leader? If Declan Rice can be that leader, Arsenal can win this league. If Declan Rice can't be that leader, then Arsenal still don't have a leader and they won't win the league.
Fair enough. Alice, who says, would like a rival's perspective, do you see Arteta starting the season with Partey and Rice in the same team? Well, if he does,
Arteta started. He's too old, man.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
If he doesn't, then he's got a pen in sack.
Yeah,
has to.
I think this is the narrative amongst all of us and any sane Arsenal fan, is that if Arsenal keep Partey, play him in the DM role, play Rice and Odegaard, Arsenal have one of the best midfields on paper, because it's not proven yet, but one of the best midfields potential, and yeah, it could do great things. If they don't play Partey, drop Rice into the 6, they're already onto a fail, because he's playing in one of the 8 roles, and we don't have an agenda against him, but he's just not the same as most of Arsenal's squad. So,
didn't City get off a technicality with UEFA? Yes or no? I don't know. Did they?
What's the technicality?
Statute of limitation.
Okay, so if we're meaning this technicality word is a word put for you, I presume you don't support City, so you'll come up with loophole, technicality, and all these mad words, right? There's rules. Rules are like binary. There's 1 and 0, black and white, right? There's rules. So by the rules, City got off by the rules. Now you will say it's technicality. I'll say it was a 0.
City buyers cry 115. While we win, more to be found not guilty. And then Dallas, who says that hurt Daps about. I'm pretty sure it's
the puberty thing.
I think it's the puberty thing.
But it's facts. It's facts. It's not even a thing. Listen, young players are very good, but they've not experienced yet. So, and it's not their fault. So I'm not knocking Arsenal. I think Arsenal were very good last season. It's not actually a dig. It's just you need some experience.
Yeah, and then big up John James for becoming a member as well. We love to see the ever-growing members. And if anyone wants to join, it's in the description below. Any support, $3.99 a month. That's and it will just stay like that too. And Marie Clark as well with members chat. I can't bring it up. Pause. And that's just because it just doesn't allow us to on StreamYard, which is weird. She says, good way to round it off. She's been a member for 8 months, by the way. He says, happy birthday, Daps Hun. All love chat. Hit that like button.
Was that Marie?
Yeah, Marie.
Yeah. Right, and let me just be clear, Marie. We know we owe you a pillow. Right? We know you owe you a cushion. We've been lazy, we've been crap, and it will. Don't worry. One day you will get it. It will completely smell of our odor. Now Mo's as well. Now he's over here, but we'll give it clean first. But you are getting your cushion. Don't worry. I promise you.
Yeah, and then John James says, happy birthday, Daps from United fan GGMU, and with the fun button as well. But
Manchester, yeah, the home of the treble, Manchester.
Pretty much. But yeah, man, I think you can wrap up Mo.
Yeah. We're not going live tonight, people. Well, most likely. But another member, Dalisu Sito, became a member. I love this membership thing. It's going to be something good happening soon, guys. But from all of us here at Never a Foul, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate each and every one of you. Luke Skywalker saying big up Daps, yes, Mustafa Kuju 7, Jamie Wayne.
Let the power be.
Thank you everybody for the support.
Appreciate it, Luke. And I didn't include my name. Forget Mo's name, but my name alone. That's just not on, is it?
Yeah. Anything else? Is there anyone?
No.
I want to go and cook some food and mingle now.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're out of here. Hit that like button before you go.